Hello everyone, welcome to texmastudy.com. Today let's study about manufacturing of cement. There are two processes of manufacturing cement. First one is wet process, second one is dry process. The wet process is the old process and involves higher cost in manufacturing with respect to dry process, since in wet process the burning time is much more with respect to dry process considering the size of burner sink. It means that in wet process, as the water content in wet process is much more than that of dry process, the burning time required in wet process is much more than that of dry process. So that is why the burner sink is larger in wet process than that of dry process. So the cost involved in wet process is much more than that of dry process. Now the second point, the size of burner can be reduced in dry process since dry mix require less burning energy with respect to wet mix in wet process. The size of burner sink of dry mix is smaller than that of wet mix because the burning time required for dry mix is quite lesser than that of the burning time of wet mix. So the size of the burner can be reduced in wet mix. The cement is of composite mixture of calcareous component and argillaceous component, where calcareous component is the one which is rich in calcium content, that is limestone, chalk, etc., and argillaceous component is the one which is rich in silica and alumina, that is clay, shale, blast furnace, slag, etc. Here it means the cement is the composite mixture of calcareous component and argillaceous component. Calcareous component means the component which is rich in calcium content. For example, limestone, chalk, etc. And argillaceous component means the component which is rich in silica and alumina. For example, clay, shale, blast furnace, slag, etc. We will learn about the steps that are involved in the dry process of manufacturing cement. The first step is grinding. The calcareous component and the argillaceous component are grinded up to a very small size, that is generally up to 20 to 25 mm in tube mill and ball mill. The grinding capacity of ball mill is greater than tube mill. Now for grinding we need two machines. One is tube mill and the other is ball mill, where the calcareous component which is rich in calcium and the argillaceous component which is rich in silica and aluminum are grinded, and the particle size after they are grinded is generally 20 to 25 mm in tube mill and ball mill, and the grinding capacity of ball mill is usually greater than tube mill. The maximum strength in a cement is contributed by the lime, while lime is a derived ingredient from limestone or calcareous component. That is why calcareous component is kept higher with respect to argillaceous component, and the mixing is done in 3:1. Now the strength is contributed to cement by lime, which comes from limestone, and limestone is a calcareous component which is rich in calcium. Now as it gives maximum strength to cement than the argillaceous component which is rich in silica and alumina, that's why the proportional mixing done between calcareous component and argillaceous component is 3:1. Now the second step is burning. The dry process follows two steps: burning, where two heaters are used, that is preheater and postheater, which otherwise called rotary kiln. Preheater. To reduce the burning cost by reducing the burning efforts in rotary kiln, the preheater is suggested. Now the preheater is suggested in dry process because it reduces the burning cost and burning effort in rotary kiln of dry process. The purpose of preheater are: it reduces the size of raw mix slightly, it removes the moisture completely from raw mix, it prepares the preheated raw mix before rotary kiln operation. This above features of preheater can be obtained at a temperature maximum up to 800 degrees centigrade. This reduces the effort of rotary kiln during burning, and by virtue of which the size of rotary kiln can also be reduced with respect to the size of rotary kiln in wet process. Now the purpose of preheater is, before the raw mix goes for rotary kiln operation in dry process, the preheater is used. It removes the moisture from the raw mix completely so that the size of raw mix get reduced. Then this preheated raw mix is used for rotary kiln operation. And now these operations of preheater are performed at the temperature maximum up to 800 degree centigrade. As the preheater is used and it removes the moisture of the raw mix before it goes for rotary kiln operations, the burning effort and burning cost of rotary kiln in dry process is reduced. That is why the size of rotary kiln in dry process is reduced with respect to the size of rotary kiln in wet process, because in wet process preheater is not used. Post heater, or this is otherwise called rotary kiln. This is rotary kiln. It has three zones. The first zone is dry zone, whose temperature is around 801 degree centigrade to 1000 degree centigrade. The second zone is nodule zone, whose temperature is 1000 degree centigrade to 1200 degree centigrade. The third zone is burning zone, whose temperature is 1200 degree centigrade to 1500 degree centigrade. Now from here the hot air is blown and here it is heated in the burning zone. Then after burning, the compounds get collected in this container. The first zone, that is dry zone. In a dry zone, the moisture get completely removed from the slurry or wet mix in wet process, whereas this zone is of little significance in dry process. Now this zone has more importance in wet process because this dry zone removes the moisture completely from the wet mix in wet process. But in dry process, the moisture is already removed from the slurry or raw mix by the preheater. That is why this zone is of little significance or is of little use in dry process, but this zone has more significance in wet process. Now the second zone is nodule zone. In this zone, the raw mix get converted into nodules or small size particles due to calcination of calcareous component, that is limestone. In nodule zone, the raw mix get converted into nodules. It means small size particles because of the calcination of calcareous component. Calcareous component is the component which is rich in calcium, that is limestone. Now what is calcination? The process of heating the limestone at a high temperature so that it get converted into two parts, that is lime and carbon dioxide gas. Here calcination means breaking down of calcareous component into two parts, that is lime and carbon dioxide, and this at a high temperature, and the temperature is 1000 degree centigrade to 1200 degree centigrade. Now see, this is lime CaCO3 which is calcinated into CaO plus CO2, and this is carried down at a temperature around 1000 degree centigrade to 1200 degree centigrade. Now the last zone is burning zone. In a burning zone, the calcareous and argillaceous component ingredients gets chemically reacted at high temperature to form Box compound, that is C2S, C3S, C3A and C4AF. These Box compound are responsible for strength in a cement. In burning zone, the calcareous component which is rich in calcium, that is lime, and argillaceous component
the component which is rich in silica and alumina, these two compounds chemically reacted at high temperature to form Box compound, and this Box compound are C2S, C3S, C3A and C4AF. This Box compound gives strength to cement. Now this is C stands for calcareous component, A stands for argillaceous component. Now in burning zone, this two components get reacted at a temperature around 1200 degrees centigrade to 1500 degrees centigrade to form the Box compound. Now here 2CaO plus silicon dioxide, that is SiO2, get reacted at 1200 degrees centigrade to 1500 degrees centigrade to form C2SiO4, that is dicalcium silicate, which is C2S, and this is one of the Box compound. Now the second Box compound is 3CaO plus SiO2, that get heated at 1200 degrees centigrade to 1500 degrees centigrade. It gives Ca3SiO5, that is tricalcium silicate, C3S. It is another Box compound. Now the second Box compound is formed by the reaction of 3CaO plus Al2O3 at the temperature 1200 degrees centigrade to 1500 degrees centigrade to form Ca3Al2O6, that is tricalcium aluminate, C3A. Now the last component, that is formed by reaction of 4CaO plus Al2O3 plus Fe2O3, that is reacted at 1200 degrees centigrade to 1500 degrees centigrade to form a compound Ca4Al2Fe O10, that is called tetracalcium aluminate ferrate, C4AF. These four are the Box compound that we get after burning zone, when calcareous and argillaceous ingredients get chemically reacted at a high temperature, that is 1200 degree to 1500 degrees centigrade.